I believe that everybody has a capacity to give, and I think it makes you a much better person when you're able to look at the world from other people's perspective, and particularly people who suffer a lot.
Random chaos, but with a purpose. The women are choosing selectively, the men are choosing randomly.
I grew up in New Zealand, lived there for 25 years, and it's hard not to be a New Zealander and not be influenced by Sir Edmund Hillary, who was the first person to climb Everest in 1953. And having such an iconic figure in your life and knowing that he gave so much of himself to help the people of Nepal really stirred something inside me. One of the places that I visited in 2006 was a small village very close to the center of Nepal, and the group that I was traveling with wanted to give books. We brought a whole lot of books. The following year with another group, more books, and the principal very quietly came up to me and said, "Do you think you might be able to help us build a library?" Came back to Edmonton, fundraised enough for half of the cost of the library, so we were able to build that library. For many of them, they've never had a book in their house. We have over 3,500 books in that library now, and 2/3 of them are Nepali language.
This guy looks like an old farmer.
A lot of people in Nepal spend a large amount of time outside during the day working the fields, or generally people don't live inside. And so their exposure to the sun is prolonged and intense. People are not used to wearing glasses, so probably they wouldn't be worn much, or they would fall off as you're bending over tilling the fields and what have you. But baseball hats seemed like a pretty good fit. Of course, these hats are not going to stop cataract. Everyone knows that. But they do shield your eyes from the sun, which is what most optometrists recommend. And over a period of several months, I collected 10,000 of them, people donating their entire collections, people, cleaning out their basements, until eventually my basement was, sky high in hats. What I find is that in the face of incredible adversity, that they still are so gracious and so kind and so giving, even if they have so little to give.